The 2024 WVVA Summer Practice Tour makes its penultimate stop in Mercer County. This team has come up just short of the program's first postseason berth in each of the last 2 seasons. This group of players is ready to finally get over that hump and break into the postseason. Our John Surratt previews the Montcalm Generals.
We really feel like we had a playoff caliber team last year. We just didn't take care of business.
After tying their best record in program history last season, the Montcalm Generals still cannot make it to the postseason once again after a few late season losses. But all they can really do is take a look in the mirror.
I mean, it's nobody else's fault but ours. We have to blame ourselves. You know, we can't blame, ranking system. We've got to want it more, and we've got to win the games that we lost that put us out of that. So
last year's roster had every player return back to the team, but after the season, the Generals lost 7 seniors, and some younger players will have to step up for this year's team, but the upperclassmen are ready for the challenge.
We've been here 3 years. We got to show them that, nothing comes easy. We can't get a big head after wins. We can't be in practice goofing off.
One of those players that will help lead the Generals to battles in third-year starter QB Jalen Younger, who hopes to guide the team with not just his arm, but the way he manages the offense.
He's very vocal about if something's not going right, he voices it, and I think we do a good job at listening and making sure our quarterback's comfortable, because that's where it all starts.
But on the defensive side of the ball, the Generals look for that to be a staple to their squad.
Defensively has been kind of our cornerstone the last couple of years. Last year, we held opposing teams, with the exception of a couple games, to less than 6 points a game. And we just hope to continue to put pressure on opposing offenses and limit big plays.
Head coach Adam Havens is now going into his 7th year at the helm of the Generals, as his players are getting more and more bought into the program every year.
He's a good coach. He pushes us. A lot of people, think he's being mean, but more discipline we have, the better we are on the field.
Another plus for the Generals this year for their playoff push is some tougher teams in Single A moving up in classification.
I think with losing some of those schools to the Double A, and I think will give us a little bit more of an opportunity. We just look forward to seeing how things go.
As the 2024 Montcalm Generals think that this year's team can do the best the program has ever done.
Hopefully we can go 10-0 this year and make it to the playoffs. I want to at least, try to get to the second round.
Here for you in Montcalm, West Virginia, John Surratt, WVVA Sports.